All right, let's flip over to the defensive side of the ball. Let's talk a little bit about Will McDonald, the edge rusher out of Iowa State. He's going to come into the NFL right at that 235 to 240 range. Played in 50 games, highly productive college player. The biggest knock on him is his size. Is he undersized? You think back to our conversation about this and Bryce Young. Is he undersized? Is he not? If you think that he can come into the league and be productive, you ought to take him. If you think he can't come into the league and be productive at 240 pounds, you're going to want to shy away from this guy. So we'll see how that plays out. He's highly productive at the point of attack. I think the best spot for him is as a speed rusher in the 3-4 scheme. And he kind of reminds me of Yannick Ngakoue out of the 2016 draft.
Joe TIPPMANN, offensive center out of the University of Wisconsin, is a big physical inline blocker that has some athletic limitations. You see him maul defenders at the point. Where I do have issues is when he has to work out in space. He's not a great adjuster in space versus moving targets, but if he locks on you, he's going to finish you. In pass pro, he is stout at the point versus power type moves. I wish he'd move his feet a little better versus finesse type moves, but I see this guy as a solid starter in the league. He's probably going to have position flexibility not only at center but at guard because of his size and because of his physicality. I see Mitch Morse as my NFL comparison to him.
Carter Warren, the offensive lineman out of Pitt, might be a little bit overlooked heading into this NFL draft, as he did suffer a season-ending injury in the 22 campaign. But you can take a look at all the physical traits: 6'5", 6'6", 310 pounds, good athleticism, and you understand why Carter Warren might be a great selection for your offensive line at the next level. Now, injury concerns are real here. He's only played a full season twice, but in one of those, he earned all conference honors. When Carter Warren is fully healthy, when he can play a full season, his NFL comp is Charles Cross of the Seattle Seahawks. So with a full bill of health, Carter Warren hoping to make good on the potential that he's flashed, trying to make it work.
Zach Kuntz out of Old Dominion at 6'7", 251 pounds, compares favorably to Dan Arnold, tall tight end that gives your quarterback a lot of room to work with, has a wide catch radius as well, and as a great athlete, tested really well at the NFL Scouting Combine. Also played at Penn State. Another area where he's very good is inside the red zone because, again, he can play above the rim and does a great job of winning at the catch point. And I know he's a guy, I know he's tall, he has that height that you look for, but he has to bring his pad level down and play a little bit more consistently in that regard, because if you're playing too high, your blocks aren't as clean, aren't as consistent, and that's an area where he's going to have to improve moving forward if he wants to be on the field more so than just a receiving type threat at the position.
Man, Trey Dean, a very, very important piece of that Florida program through some tumultuous times. That guy has the leadership skills. You look at him, scouts look at him, and they see superstar. The size, the frame, the length, it is all there. He can be a star in man coverage. However, his aggressiveness sometimes comes back to haunt him. Has a tendency, at least at times, to over pursue. That gives up the big plays. That needs to be tweaked at the next level. You look at him, you got to get that focus refined. Jalen Hawkins, though, is somebody I think he can be. Again, need to calm Trey down a little bit. Calm him down, let him focus. He can be a star.
Xavier Gibson at 5'9", 183 pounds out of Stephen F. Austin. Outstanding program in the Southland Conference. Does a great job in finding himself open down the field a lot. He's great with the ball in his hands. You can see him being your day one kickoff or punt returner. Because of those abilities, I liken his game to that of Khalif Raymond and what he does as a special teamer. Also offensively, he's someone that has a great hands catcher, able to reach out and extend, pull the ball in, secure it, and get upfield. Now, he has to get stronger within the route at times. Bigger and more physical defensive backs tend to bump him off course, but once he gets stronger, he'll be able to hold down a role consistently inside as a slot receiver.